The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Maves and the Garavogue Bar.
Imagine if 100 more people signed up to our Patreon. What an unbelievable sight that would be.
Are we started?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you saying there, Brendan, about everyone signing up to our Patreon? Is that? Oh yeah, it's recorded on both of those jokes. What are you saying there about more people? We were discussing the fact that we don't mention it at all anymore. And
At the Patreon.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can sign up to Kendy Raybo podcast on Patreon.
The hope always was that Land Rover would come to you and ask you, did you want the latest?
I more have a chance now of getting a company called Bend Over, baby, to come to me, Ray, and fucking let the government ride me up the arse, Ray, because I'm getting nothing. I'll tell you.
It is good to mention the Patreon. If you do like what we do and you'd like to give us, as Blind Boy Boat Club says, the price of a coffee these days, €5.
It actually is, yeah.
If you want to give us €5, you could just sign up and you can give it like for as many months as you can afford it and then stop.
So it's really nice to do it and give it to us, and we really enjoy that money. We usually spend it on hoorahs and booze. But it also, you get to watch the video of this.
You do, yeah.
So anytime you see a TikTok and Instagram clip of us, and we get comments underneath the videos all the time of, where can I watch this now? I'll fucking tell you where you can watch it. You can watch it in your back pocket.
Yeah.
That's where you can, with your phone and your wallet.
How many hours a week
How many hours a week
does it take?
does it take to do this podcast? 12. It takes up 12 hours.
About 12.
So it takes up an hour of recording this and 11 hours then of going, geez, I'm a fucking shit podcaster.
But you know what the other thing about the video is? Actually, that's something to say. Is the video normally has extra.
Oh, it does have extra, yeah.
It is extra. It has the bits. It is all the bits that I tend to cut out.
Yeah, do you want to know the secret there? So, Ray would be quite an anal editor, thank God.
Yeah.
The early...
And I also like my job.
Yeah, of editing.
I know, of working for the government.
Oh,
I find sometimes there are
Yeah.
bits that I don't mind. I don't want to go out to the public for them, but I don't mind if people are giving me a few pound. Then I don't
You'll say
mind
it.
bringing them into the circle of trust.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, some of those comments you had about the immigrants last week. Oh, my
Stop.
God.
It was abuse. It was just pure abuse, wasn't
I
it?
couldn't get over it.
Yeah, no, I went for them.
Where did you say to put them all together?
He wouldn't allow it.
No, but I was going to say something else about there as well. Oh, yeah, so that's what happens there is that the early podcasts that we had, like, we used to go through them with a fine-tuned Kendy, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Like, literally second by second.
Well, we had to,
And it was
'cause-
exhausting. So before we did video, I would do an edit.
Yeah.
And that edit would cut it from,
Oh, God.
let's say, an hour down to 56 minutes.
Then you send it to me.
And then, but that 4 minutes that I would have cut out wouldn't have been content.
I forgot this.
It would have been like
The gaps.
or we were so afraid of people not liking us that we used to cut out all little middle bits.
Oh no, but we used to cut out all the ahs and the bits and the burps. I used to burp a lot in this.
Yeah,
podcast.
you had some terrible reflux problems.
I did, but
Yeah.
you know something? In all the 6 or 7 years we've been doing this podcast, we've stopped most of the ahs, the ams. You've cut down on the cursing a fair bit.
Yeah, good bit. Yeah,
a fair bit now,
Yeah.
which is great. And,
Yeah,
and
it's a
I've stopped
fucking
burping.
No, but what happened there was not that we're any good at it anymore. Yes, we have got slightly
Stop it.
No, we've got a little bit more articulate in our vocal.
No, because
range.
you're sick listening to you making the same mistake.
Oh, well, the worst thing that used to happen was 2 edits. We would do 2 edits, and I would end up going, I hate you, Kennedy, not you. I absolutely hate
And
you.
I've hated myself for quite some time as a result of this podcast.
And it does mess with your...
Yeah.
It messes with social
So
interactions
do you
as well.
think the emotional
Abuse we have on
abuse
ourselves
we have on ourselves
deems us worthy of Patreon.
Yeah.
And also you can have an argument to whether it's Patreon or Patreon. It's Patreon, though.
It's Patreon.
It's not, because they're called patrons.
Patrons.
It comes from the word
right,
patron.
yeah. Or patrons.
They could be the patrons.
No,
say
I
it's
see what you
Kendy.
mean.
Yeah,
You're not a patron of the podcast.
No, you're a patron.
You're
Yeah,
a patron.
so it's Patreon. I'm almost
it's
certain.
Patreon, you're right.
Anyway, not that matters. You can sign up and argue in that in the comments and
Yeah,
stuff.
you can.
Anyway, you get the video of this. And also, when you do sign up, you get sent a Fair Play to Me t-shirt and a Kendy
Oh
Raybo
yeah, we're
mug.
still doing that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you don't get the mug unless you go for the super
you have to go
VIP
for the
tenor.
deluxe
Deluxe
extravaganza.
extravaganza tier.
Yeah. And people have been asking us, are we going to sell those stuff? Like, there's not enough of a listenership for us to be like, let's set up a Shopify store and sell
No, that's
t-shirts.
not true.
Yeah, so Patreon is the only place to get it.
We've loads of thousands of people looking for it. We just haven't time.
Haven't time. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it's like
We'll get
comment.
more down in the warehouse.
It's like a comment.
Yeah.
You know the Atlantic Wedding Band? Did you ever hear them?
I never heard of them.
Oh, they're
no.
brilliant. Yeah, they have Kendy and Raybo in the band, and you should book them for your wedding.
Yeah. Or you can get the Atlantic Light, which is just Kendy.
Yeah, it's just me. I'll be on. A lot of people go for that option. Actually, it's the same price, but they actually just book me.
They're nearly paying out to have us.
No, but we have one of the most fantastic female keyboard players and vocalists, Bethany. Right? Mm-hmm. She's unbelievable, isn't she?
Yeah, as we call her.
Bethany. Yeah, because we haven't time to say her whole name, which actually gets you onto this. I introduced her to the world of TikTok without her knowing about it, and put up a video of her singing Love Story by Taylor Swift. And it got like thousands and thousands of views.
Why do you think that is?
Well, because she sounds great, looks great, band looks great. No, honestly, that's the truth. If you put Kendy up
Are
there...
you sad you don't get the thousands of views?
No, I don't. But unfortunately, I'm not a wonderfully attractive, brilliant singer, young woman.
It's such a woman's world,
It is a woman's world, yeah. It's a woman's world to live in.
Was that a magazine?
Kendy.
It was.
Woman's World.
Was it?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was.
There you go. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
Comments going, geez, that's brilliant, fair play for it, all that. And then one fella, this is the introduction to the world of social media. One fella just said, oh, breathing. You know,
oh, yes.
As if I'm a vocal coach and I'm not sure if she's breathing properly during that song. And I wanted to comment back, but I haven't done it yet. But I will. I want to come back on. Listen, man, we're flat out with the weddings, man. We haven't time really to be breathing there.
In fairness, that's good crack.
That's good crack, yeah. That's not like passive aggressive.
But you wouldn't get into the habit of always clapping back at the owl.
No. You
detractors.
Oh, if we ever learned anything on the Kendy Raybo podcast,
don't clap back.
Don't be fighting back with people in the comments.
Because you're wasting your time.
Yeah. Now we try and invoke them.
You do.
Or evoke or invoke, whatever. Yeah, like, no, I don't.
Well, you naturally do.
No, the person who edits our videos, the Stig.
The Stig.
So the Stig goes, I wonder, is there any section in the podcast there where I can get Kendy to bait the nation?
Yeah.
And Kendy go baiting the nation then. So, and then they go, let's get him to give out about JA or something or whatever, and then we'll put that up, and that'll get loads of comments.
Yeah.
Now, that kind of rage bait stuff, you have to be careful of that too.
Do.
Not for my own personal mental health.
The worst was Leitrim GA when they
The Leitrim GA one was crippling. Yeah, it was so bad that we said it. I was on holiday in Boston, and it was me that said it, and you were ringing me.
I was ringing going,
we had to take this. It was only up an hour, and we were getting...
I had my bag packed. I was leaving the country.
Yeah.
I was going to join you in Boston.
But the problem with the Leitrim GA one was we talked about GA, so we ended up getting shown to the two Johnny's clientele.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not welcome there.
No business in that.
We've no business, which actually reminds me, the Catfish Part 3 is out.
Oh, two Johnny's
I have to say.
Have you listened to it?
I listened to the first 15 minutes on the way down here.
Is it good?
Bad traffic. And
well, I'm glad you were late, because I was obviously really late.
I wasn't late at all. I was still here in time, even though there was bad traffic. I was sitting there at 5 to 6.
And I apologise, well, this will be a shorter podcast this week, and it's all my fault.
Yeah, so don't be signing up to Patreon now and getting short podcasts.
I had to update statistics on a website. And it took of things paid.
You had spreadsheets going.
Spreadsheets, and I had ministers' advisors, and it was all touch and go.
Can I tell you something, Ray? Anyway, listen to Johnny's podcast, Part 3. It's good.
It's good, is it? The first 15 minutes is good.
I was like, you're joking.
They do a great production on that. The first two they did, I have said, they're really, it's
same
really
production.
Good.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's really well worked out.
They really bring you on a little journey.
Anyway, I want to ask you something.
Sure.
Me and you and Brendan and little Luigi and Laura and Nicola and baby Layla were, while Ali was in bed, talking last night. Is that too much information on a statement? Anyway,
No.
we were talking last night, and I was trying to explain, I won't say why, I was trying to explain, what does Kendy have to do to get by in the world?
Oh, yeah.
Not feeling sorry for myself, but a little bit like, because we're stressed out of our minds right now, me and Nick.
Yeah.
I don't mind saying that, like, it's kind of funny. It's a little bit funny, but when
Didn't
it's
look
happening,
funny last night.
No, when it's happening, it's not funny.
No,
like,
there was a child crying, and she just wouldn't stop crying.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah,
and I was going, what's the story with this? She's really rude.
Yeah, she was
like,
really
there's
rude.
clearly visitors in the house.
Yeah, and Nicola was really rude, but not getting her to stop crying. I thought that was really rude.
Yeah, you
just not saying to her, stop crying there.
Yeah, just stop.
No, we're like out of our minds, like stressed at the moment, because Layla's going last month. She hasn't slept really since Christmas. Like,
that's awful.
As in, she sleeps. She does sleep, like, but not for very long. She'd be up probably every hour of the night, like. Jesus. So you're up, like, and so bad that last night. So Nicola's so stubborn as well, you know, like she's a very stubborn woman,
she
right?
is.
And she
in a good way.
Yeah, sometimes. So she's like. She's practically stubborn though, because I'm like, will you please just let me go and take the child and go but she's trying to train. She's trying to set the right environment.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't care. The child goes to bed at 9 and we put her in the bed at 9 and that's what happens then for the night. She's in the bed.
Yeah.
Regardless whether she's awake or not.
Or losing the plot.
So trying to set the standards there on that. Like, but so last night when ye all left, and Layla was asleep in the toilet.
That's right. You put her in the toilet. I was like, what's it? Because you have quite a big downstairs toilet for the house size, like.
Yeah.
Like your downstairs toilet and utility
massive,
room, like
yeah.
this really paints you in a great light, like.
Yeah.
But like, it's a big toilet, and you had the child in the toilet.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
In the building of the toilet, not in the toilet.
No, we had the we put the
in
basket
room,
into the toilet. Yeah.
in the toilet. Yes.
Yeah, we
okay.
had her in the bathroom.
Bathroom.
Yeah, so because everyone was there and she's a light sleeper,
Yeah.
so we had to get her as far away from the noise of us chatting about the live show as possible.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we put her in there, and when you all left, then
Yeah.
Layla was still in there, like, and we were like two zombies on the couch, like, and
Yeah.
I just said to Nick,
Let's just leave
I
her.
pulled the wool over her eyes, like, no, I said to her, I'll wait down. She's going to wake up in a minute.
Yeah.
You just go up to bed.
Yeah.
And once she wakes, I'll bring her up then.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not bringing that child up to that room.
Right.
So
But can you please tell me you're going to tell me. I know now that Layla really enjoyed the bathroom.
Yeah.
And slept the whole night through.
she slept like for ages in the bathroom.
And yeah, you slept the whole night through on the couch.
No,
and
I
Nicola had a
didn't.
lovely night's sleep.
No.
And that's why everybody's in such good form today.
I watched a full series of a thing on Netflix called Missing You.
Okay.
It's Harlan Coben.
Oh,
You know that
yeah.
puppy? And then I watched Spinal Tap.
Is that any good?
Huh?
Missing
No,
You
it's
one.
his worst one.
I thought that.
Yeah, it's his
we
worst
watched the
one.
first episode and it was awful bad.
No, yeah, it's his
G.K.
worst one.
Barry just appears in...
But she's not in it though.
She's not in it, but she just appears as like a memory.
She appears in the show, but she's not in the show.
No.
She's nothing to do with the show whatsoever.
Yeah, it was awful.
Even though it's like the opening scene is her,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this must be about G.K.
Yeah,
Kendy.
it's
not.
awful.
Anyway, so I ended up staying away because I didn't want to go to sleep
case
while
she'd
she
wake
was
up
asleep in a cot in a
Yeah.
bassinet
Imagine
like that.
the headline. Child,
Falls
left
asleep.
unattended
Yeah.
in bathroom.
Yeah. Guards were alerted to a house there where there was a child asleep in a bathroom
Yeah.
and a man watching Spinal Tap.
Oh, did you watch Spinal Tap?
I watched like a half an hour of that, yeah.
And what did you think of it?
Like I've seen Spinal Tap 100 times.
Oh,
but
that's all right. I thought it was your first
I
time.
haven't seen it since I was a child.
It's very good.
So, and it's not on any streaming platforms.
So what did you do? How did you get it?
I got it on a YouTube link.
Okay.
You shouldn't do that, by the way. Don't look up dodgy websites.
Oh yeah,
So-
but YouTube is fine. Like YouTube is free to
It wasn't on YouTube though. I found
Oh,
it in
right, you found a
You know
link.
whenever you go onto YouTube and you're like, oh, that says this is Spinal Tap, and then it's like, click here to follow, and then you're like,
and then
am I
you're-
going to get hacked here?
like,
I didn't get
yeah.
hacked anyway. I found
Yeah.
a shite version of it. Anyway, I watched
Speaking
it
of
for that.
hacking, I have to talk with the
We'll never get out of here.
Yeah.
We will in a sec. Anyway, the whole point is, last night it's gone so bad that I let Nicola sleep until like 4 a.m.
Lovely.
And
You let her sleep.
I woke up then to her. I was asleep on the ground in the back kitchen. You call it the utility in the back
What?
kitchen.
What do you mean? Why would you go in?
Because I didn't want to move her out of there because she
But
was
you wanted to be
asleep in
close to
peace.
here.
But I had to be close to here if she woke up.
Oh, you're such a good dad.
So I was asleep on the floor. I put down two
Cushions, I
couch
hope so.
pillows.
Yeah. No, oh yeah. I was just imagining you there on the tile.
Down there, why you need
So anyway, why do I need money from Patreon?
Yeah.
Just to get
Right,
through
so
life.
you were asleep
but
on the
that's
kitchen
our
floor.
life now, though.
Yeah.
That's been our life for a while. So what was I saying?
You were
Stressful
sleeping
enough now.
She came out. She go.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is that's how stressful life is. But why did I lead into all of that?
I don't know.
Any news? No, or I can't remember what we were talking about before that.
We had a chat about your moaning about life.
Oh yeah, you were saying about how it's hard for Kendy to get on.
Ah,
in the
I was
world.
about to ask you a question.
Oh.
Ages ago.
Oh, like the last episode.
Do you think so? You said there that you were doing spreadsheets and you were doing something to the minister.
I was trying to get the attention of the minister's advisor.
You were trying to get the minister's attention, and
Yes.
I was saying then. So I was giving out last night, going like, "Why am I gigging every single line of my life and working me tits off?"
Yeah.
And trying to get by while there's screaming kids in a house and just trying to get through.
Yeah.
Genuinely, would you recommend that I go down your route instead of the route I'm going down right now?
Didn't expect that,
I've
actually.
always wondered this. So
Well, you had a blisteringly good career in the civil service for a short while. Didn't
I had
you?
3 months where
Yeah, and-
they said if you stay, Kendy,
Yeah.
you could fix this country.
You could.
They
That's
said.
what they said. Like they still talk about it in the
One pension at a time.
in the Department of Government. People still talk about the time Mark Kendy worked there. It was just better.
Yeah, what do they call it again? TCAs or
What,
something?
TCOs, temporary clerical officers.
Yeah, they still up in the there's still a picture of me up a placard outside the pensions office.
Yeah.
Of the time that I TCO'd them.
Yeah, you TCO'd the shit out of them.
Yeah.
But so you're thinking now of going down the road of a
No, I'm
steady
not.
job?
I'm not doing it.
All right.
I will never do it.
Right. So what were you wondering and so?
The wonderment is, and I need to be honest.
Yeah.
When you hear me giving out,
Yeah.
going, and like me and Nick are saving right now, like
Yeah.
really saving, like,
Yeah.
but I don't have a huge amount of confidence that anyone will believe that my job is a job, even though I've been
You're very
self-employed for years.
self-deprecating.
No, I just find it hard to believe that they go, even though I might hand them 10 years worth of this is what I've done.
Yeah.
They might go, what about next year though?
Yeah.
Is it looking good?
Yeah.
Oh.
What if COVID struck again?
Yeah,
Then you have no
what
money.
about, you know, and so what I mean is when you hear me last night going on a bit of a rant and giving out, do you look at me and go, Kendy, I have no sympathy for you. I'm a civil servant. It's hard, like.
No, actually, I looked at you last night and went, Ara, little does he know he's a Brian McDermott in the making. That's what I thought.
Brian, I love that.
Yeah, Brian McDermott is a very successful musician. Everything. He just does a lot of things.
Yeah.
He lives in a palace.
He runs Pixel Productions.
He runs the Pixel Productions, which hosts us here.
And hosts the
he bought this whole wing of the.
He bought the ATU.
He bought the ATU.
Yeah,
that's why
they
he
have a
renamed
placard
it.
of him outside.
But he lives in a palace in Ballinacaro, and I think it's Ballinacaro.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do you want to give his postcode? F91.
Yeah, Castle, somewhere out that direction.
Yeah.
Anyway, he lives in a palace. He has 14 children. He's a wonderful wife. He is a shed.
Yeah.
That he.
It's not a shed.
It's not a shed. It's another house.
It's another house.
It's a house that most people would, and I know people don't want to hear about good.
If it was in
someone
Dublin,
else.
it'd be 800 grand.
It'd be 800 grand.
The shed, I mean.
The man lives in the lap of luxury, and he got there from playing tunes like yourself and entertaining crowds. So I look at you and I kind of go, there's another Brian in the making.
Yeah, well, I'm going to begrudge Brian right now.
No.
Sure, that was when they were handing houses out to everyone, sure, when he got that, sure.
No, I think he built that with his own hands.
No, yeah, I know, yeah.
So I think
not
that's why I know that I'm just waiting for you for the penny to drop going, I actually need to dry panel my own house.
Yeah, but see, they won't let me build my own house now. That's the
Why
problem.
is that?
Because I have no attachment to the land.
Oh, you've no attachment to the land. Oh, the planning laws.
I won't be allowed
You're
to
probably
build my
better
own
off.
house.
Just go get a civil service job. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it.
But there is a certain amount of that though, because I sometimes find myself giving out about stuff like that, and I go, but you can't give out, Kendy. You picked the worst possible occupation to be believed. I love it. It's my favourite thing ever.
It's not. I'm telling you from a tax perspective. Me having a small bit of experience in that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit. A musician is not the worst thing. It's very simple.
What's
and
the worst one?
for musicians out there who don't know, it's very simple. Once you have 2 years worth of accounts, with an accountant, very simple.
Yeah.
So you just go into an accountant going, this is what I do. The accountant makes sense of it, puts it all in the revenue system, and he signs off on the accounts. Once you have that little piece of paper, accountant signs off on the account, and you have the statement from revenue. All you need is 2 years of that.
Oh yeah.
And the bank look at you, go, cool, no bother.
I don't think they do.
There's no other arguments on it, and people can come back and say to me, there can be complications here and there, and like you could have a wife that's into stuff, you know. And
like shopping or like
like shopping or betting or stuff like that. Or,
that's the other thing. Yeah.
Might have her own website and stuff, and there might be millions coming in.
But that's good. That's even better again.
Yeah, but they don't like that.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Do they not talk about that? No, I do not like that.
My point is, in general, if you have your 2 years worth of accounts and they're all looking fairly healthy, most banks won't bat an eyelid at you.
They won't turn you back.
They might run you a little bit harder than your average civil servant, but you'll get there like no bother.
Yeah, and that's not me begrudging civil service, by the way. I genuinely mean this. I think it's hard, like, to do what you're doing.
Thanks. Yeah,
I don't want to do it.
No.
So you would love to do what I do, wouldn't you?
Well, no, I'd get sick of it.
No, would you get sick of it every night?
I would. Yeah, that's why I do have like a balance.
Yeah,
I do a bit of civil servanting, and then I do a bit of music.
Well, I do a little bit of video work and then a little bit of music.
You need a mix.
But what I mean
Some
is,
people call it 3 jobs.
I think my job is far easier than your job. Like, I genuinely do, because I like.
It's not.
It is. Arab me, I don't know. Like, me heading out for a couple of hours at night.
I seen a fella just going out. I know this is an odd tangent.
Yeah,
we were driving out the road to Clooney. Sometimes we go out to the roundabout just to come round to ourselves. You know, sometimes myself and Laura said, "Look, the best thing we can do now is go to the roundabout and just come round to ourselves, and everything will be okay." So we were going out one of the days to come round to ourselves, and I spotted, this is like early in the morning, it's 8 o'clock, and I seen a lad in a high-vis jacket with like a high Mac or a JCB or something, and he was digging a trench for a pipe. And it was last week when the real cold weather was there. And I seen him, and it was still dark.
Yeah.
Everything was still covered in snow and frost. And there he was, fighting with a pipe.
Yeah.
And I went, no, I'm pretty happy with my career.
Right. I do that as well.
And you're also pretty happy with your career.
Yeah, so like I was with the bad frost last week or whatever, the housing estate that's getting built across the road from us. Like, I just see the boys there 7:30 on the site. Like.
Oh, stop. No, I couldn't do it. My good friend Cabbage, she'd just be out doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and Cabbage, I wouldn't mind, is apparently the worst block layer in the country.
It was funny, we were doing the soccer last
He's a
week.
laughing block.
He came in and he came into the group and he said, yeah, no bother, I'll see you there. And I was looking at him going, yeah, of course you'll see us there because you're like made of steel.
Yeah, no,
And
yeah,
I'm a
he's
poor
out all
little-
day.
I'm a poor little delicate man that works in an office.
Yeah. So
or,
he's
or
out
most of the week at home.
all day laid brick.
Anyway, my point is,
Yeah.
no, you're fine.
You think it'd be all right?
Ah, you'll be grand.
So we're trying, like, the big thing is getting the deposit down, but like, I don't want to be negative, but like, you do find yourself going, geez, I hope I'm not making a. Do you know what it is? It's that anxiety thing I have again. You know, where it's the imposter thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll do a video, and people will probably argue they are shite. But anyway,
They are.
when I
Not great at the video. We've all said it. But
every time I send a video off to a client,
Yeah.
I get this feeling of they're going to go, "Are you serious? You think that's a video? That is." I'm going to put this up and tell everyone you're the worst videographer in the world. So I get this feeling that I'm going to eventually go into a bank and meet them, and they're going to go,
They're laughing.
"Are you mental?"
Now, do you know something?
Not in a million years.
I'd really
Kendy.
love we could actually set that up.
So where
That
someone laughs.
if I knew in advance the bank you were going into,
Yeah.
like the time my father got the guards to pull me in Knock Airport for smuggling drugs.
What?
That's well, I told this story before.
Did you?
Oh yeah, well, we came in from Manchester one day on a flight, and my father met a guard that he knew from school, and the guard suggested, "Wouldn't it be crack if I pull him into a room and search his bag?"
This is why Knock Airport's brilliant.
So the guard pulled me out of the line as you're coming to passport control. Excuse me, sir, can you come with me? Into a small little room, sat me down at the table to pack this bag yourself. And I'm freaking out.
He did an internal search.
I did, and then he put the glove on and everything, fingered the arse, mate.
Yeah. Great crack.
And
Great
then my
joke.
father came in. Oh,
That's unreal.
Anyway, no, but I'd love to set that up in a bank that you go in and they would laugh at you.
Oh,
And
I
then-
don't think you need to set it up.
But then I'd come in and I go, "Now, was that so hard?" And you go, "Actually, it wasn't. I just was ticked with them for laughing at me. Exactly. It's not as bad as you think.
No,
it is."
I would be
You'd be
terrified.
crying.
Do you know what I say to Nicola all the time? Geez, you picked a bad one, Nick. You could have picked a fella who had...
Stop self-deprecating.
No,
yourself.
I know. I'm not self-deprecating. I'm a great
Yeah,
fella.
you're-
Nicola
yeah.
landed on her bastard feet with me.
She did.
The size of it,
Yeah.
my face, all of that.
Everything, like.
Everything.
Yeah.
Great father, probably,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, you were lying asleep
But
on a kitchen
she,
floor.
She could have picked a fella with money, though.
She could have,
And
but
she
look,
would've been
there's not
happy
a lot
enough.
of them lads around.
There isn't any more, really, is
No, they're dying breed, the lads with money.
there? Is that rain?
Yeah. What?
Oh, it's a light going mad in the background. Never mind. I don't want to draw attention to that. Anyway, that's not. I sound like a prick saying all that there. I was genuinely intrigued for someone like you to be looking, going, but your Mark, you know, you could just be
No,
a civil servant.
I'm honestly-
Or what I could do is stop working altogether and put the hand out.
You could put the hand out. Now, that takes dedication as well.
That's probably
Because
harder
it's
work.
like a vicious circle of forms for a year or two. But once you get in,
That's it done.
It's great. It's great stuff.
Council
Anyway.
House, here we go. Council House Kendy, they called me. They called him Council House Kendy.
That's what they call
Look at
him.
him there.
Yeah.
Not wrong Council House guy. I know I'm making a joke there, but families need them. 100% they need them. Like.
Yeah.
And I'll be joining you soon. Any other crack? Why are you holding this piece of paper in your hand, Raymond?
So this
Why
is-
is it yellow?
Why is it yellow? It's because
Is it actually out?
it is the Sligo champion.
Priest Lashes Media.
From the 6th of March 1992.
Wow.
And I found it in our house that we got, and it was wrapped around
You're
something.
joking.
Yeah, so it was 6th of March.
The Roscommon Herald?
No, the Sligo champion.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, and it has, well, first,
It said something about Roscommon, though, on the front of it.
does it say for something for, well, first,
Roscommon priest on abortion or something, it says.
well, no, first of all, there's concern over staff levels at the hospital.
Are you sure that's last week's paper?
The Irish Nurses Organisation is threatening to take industrial action over what has been described as dangerously low staffing levels at
what
the
year?
region's largest geriatric hospital. 1992.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
There were shortages even back in 19... And do you know what would be the definition of insanity, Ray?
What?
If that's been the case since 1992, imagine if you kept voting in the same people.
Yeah.
Since then, imagine if that was the case.
But it's funny then, the work on the hospice to begin with in 6 months. They're currently working on
They're
the hospice.
building it now! That was 1992!
No, but they're redoing.
Nah, of course,
There's something about abortion. Priest lashes media for anti-Catholic bias. In the most outspoken comment yet by a local priest in the current abortion debate, Reverend Father Liam Devine, parish priest, St. Joseph's Parish, Sligo, has accused sections of the national media of pro-abortion propaganda and of expressing the blatant, undisguised anti-Catholic bias.
Imagine. We're not... The thing is, we're not really having that argument anymore.
No,
are
because we solved it.
We kinda-
They lost.
We kind of said to them, I mean, we like the kind of moral high ground in certain areas and the ethics and stuff, but you're not going to be running that anymore now. Literally, head over there. I always say this: we took the country back off the British and handed it to the church. That's what we did. Like.
Oh, did you see the guy that writes the journalist and stuff? There was a.
Jeez, you're brilliant at this
I know.
podcast.
I'm good with the old work. I'm the words. There was a lad, some journalist lad, perfectly summed up the English monarchy and how we feel about them. Did you see this?
No.
He basically said it's like having a neighbour that's obsessed with, has an unhealthy obsession with clowns. They have little clown figurines in their windows and they daub murals of clowns on their walls, and they're obsessed with all stories about clowns' lives. And in the same vein, your grandfather happened to be killed by a clown.
How does that make sense?
So, as in the monarchy in England. And like that's the way the Irish feel about the monarchy in England.
So we're obsessed with them.
No, but they're obsessed with the monarchy.
Yeah.
And in our case, we feel like our grandfather was killed by a clown.
Oh,
so we can't
100%,
understand
yes.
their obsession.
Yeah, that's
given
it.
what their
Sorry.
granddad.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know exactly, and it's actually true. That's exactly
It is very good, isn't it?
Anyone
I didn't
who's
do
now
that.
outside of it can't understand why they.
Yeah. Why are you so into clowns?
But like we love Miggledy.
Well, he's not a clown.
No, but what I mean is like they look
Oh,
at the
as
monarchy.
our head of state.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
kind of what
Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
You know,
That's
to a
good,
certain
yeah.
extent. But the monarchy has taken on a whole other dimension because like they've now been like brought into entertainment. And
Oh yeah, it's very kind of.
they're very
yeah.
dramatized then with certain TV shows
You
and
can't
all
wait
that
for the
kind of
next
stuff.
season of The Crown.
Yeah, and I
Apparently
mean,
she dies in this one.
you're joking, mate. Don't tell me. But also, do you know, the staggering amount of inbreeding that
Yeah.
has gone on throughout the years, and
Look
also
at-
the British monarchy, and they're all German.
In this country,
every one of them are German.
in this country, we can't talk about that though.
Well, yeah, well, yeah.
Can I-
More
can I-
families we can't talk about.
Can
that.
I read you some of the advertisements?
Oh, please.
Yeah,
1992.
1992. First of all, the new road opened. The very same Collooney roundabout that I went around.
No, that was just the road.
the road opened.
Sligo's road opened.
No, the Collooney bypass opened.
No, I was
Construction
trying to
of
make
the
out that it was the first road ever in
Oh,
Sligo.
sorry.
But you don't make any jokes, Kendy, on this. Ray's reading a paper. Sorry about that, like.
What? How much do you think the road cost? The Collooney bypass to get around Collooney? How much do you think it cost back then?
It was the best money ever spent anyway, I'll tell
Oh,
you
it
that.
was, yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
$1 million.
2 million.
What would
You're
that cost
far
now?
off.
What would that cost now?
Oh,
500 million.
Oh, it'd be 500 million at the
Yeah,
least.
easy.
Yeah.
2 million to build the Collooney bypass. 2 million. You wouldn't get a house for that now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Tohers the chemist, Clairol introduced Lock and Roll, 24 heated flexible stylers, quick and easy to use for natural curls and waves. Special offers: curling brush £6.95, curling tongs £9.95, hair crimper £14.99.
Jesus. No, I tell you what, there were good deals at tours back then.
Let's see now, is there anything else here? Boys and girls confirmation wearing Moffats, they're still going.
All of these places are still going.
There's an Adidas promotion at Shoes and Sports at H Lions. Free
Get-
gifts at all Adidas purchases. It was so.
Do you know what? That was when the high street was king, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so simple. Kiss your
Wasn't
painter
it?
goodbye. Buckley's paints.
Colour your life up with Buckley's pay. Oh, jeez, the obituaries.
Then straight in, then obituaries.
Be careful now. Don't read.
No.
There could be people belonging to
Yeah,
people.
no, we won't do
might-
that. And so, the Northwest Lions Rose of Tralee contest was on.
Who won that? The lovely
Jesus,
girls?
women looked different back in '92.
Show me them.
Oh my gosh!
Show me the women in 1992. Do you know what's funny about a lot of those haircuts? That's haircuts nearly fellas have now. Women's haircuts in 1992 weren't far off what fellas have. She has a fucking mullet.
She does.
She has a mullet
She
like.
does now.
Look at that Boy George. That woman there is Boy George.
It does look very like Boy George. That's kind of it now. The films that were in the
The
cinema
smell
at the
of
time.
that paper.
Yeah.
Oh, what was out in the Gazy?
The Gacy, JFK, My Girl, Let Him Have It, and Cinema Paradiso. No.
Jesus. Brendan said when it was JFK shot. That's brilliant. What's on the back? What's that? Public notions. Is that what it says?
Public notices. Things like
Oh, I thought it
bank
said
link users. The
I thought it was like, I thought that was a whole section on like, Timmy's going off to America, notions.
Yeah.
Your man's emigrating.
Yeah.
Your man reckons he's going to get a job in Westmeath. The notions on him.
No, there's none of that. It's things like banklink users. The management and staff of AB Sligo regret the inconvenience caused to customers due to the malfunction of its banklink machine at Stephen Street. We continue to make every effort to provide you with a quality service. We'll be opening a new outlet with banklink facilities in O'Connell Street, Sligo later in the
The problem was in 1992, the bank link services weren't automated. So you'd put in the card. And
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just that there was a fella off that day. It's just a fella hands it out. That was, the bank link was a fella. Do you know? Mad too, isn't it? 1992.
I enjoyed that. I just
that's
thought
the
it was
year after I was born. I was
Yeah.
born in 1991.
And that's what will be happening.
And
there
you were
back
born in
next year.
1980.
1983. Scary.
Shit.
Okay, so we got through the paper. I'm going to give you the few little bits I wanted to talk to you
Go
about. I've turned into an older person.
Good.
I've gone pure into customer service and things in shops bothering me. First of all, I got an old box of Revive Active, which was dodgy. I've emailed the customer service. They said they're sending a DPD courier to collect the remaining sachets of my vitamins. They're going to take it back, analyse it, and they're sending me out a replacement. I've never done this before in my life.
Hang on now. Bring back the days where they just said, all right, we'll send you out a lifetime supply or a year.
No, now I have to send back and
You have
prove
to
it.
send back.
Yeah.
I made a customer complaint. I'll get onto it in a minute.
No,
I won't
but
tell you who.
I want to send them back because I want them to taste the shite that they sold.
I'm gone that way now as well.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just a bad batch, now
Yeah.
mind you. Duns. Serious problem in Duns the last night. You know when people...
We're going to get a JCB.
No. Dunn stores, picture this. You're standing there, you've got your little basket of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lady in front of you with the half-size trolley, but she's a capable looking lady. She's wearing a tracksuit bottom. She just looks like she wants to get in and out fast.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lady at the checkout, and she's more of a hippy-dippy looking lady, and her stuff has been scanned through.
And
And
she's
all of a
just happy
sudden,
to be out.
she takes a notion, I
To
forgot
go off
something.
back. Only Duns that happens. They wouldn't let you away with that in Aldi or Lidl.
No.
If you say to them, I forgot it, they say tough titties, like we talked about.
But I have a way of applying tough titties in this situation.
No,
right? So
spark them out.
this lady anyway fecked off. Myself and the lady in the tracksuit bottom were stood there for a good, I'd say, the guts of 20 minutes. It probably wasn't, but it felt like
About
20
40
minutes.
seconds.
About 40 seconds. Stood there and you just feel disrespected. You're going, you shouldn't be allowed to do this.
Yeah.
But eventually she came back with 7 or 8 items, which your one had to scan in out of her hands because otherwise, because all the other
come
lady's
on.
stuff was up to the edge and next customer, please. And then she took time paying and took time packing her linen bag, and it was
Yeah.
just a pain in the arse. But I figured out a way that Duns can implement a change that will stop people doing this.
Yeah.
It's a bit like online shopping. You know when you have stuff in your cart,
Yeah.
right? And then you forget you need to get something else. You navigate back into the shopping area on the website.
Yeah.
And then you add that item to your cart. And you know when you go in and you go unexpected, then you get unexpected error.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, you've
'Cause-
lost the whole thing.
Yeah.
I want to apply that in Duns.
Where's the whole...
So what happens is the lady leaves, and the lady at the cash desk presses a button, and the yoke just opens like a little trapdoor.
And all the shit
all
goes
the shit that has been scanned through
Falls down through.
into a bin underneath
Yeah.
to be sorted out later.
And
And the whole thing, the
has to
transaction
restart.
the transaction is cancelled.
Yeah.
And the next lady is then processed through with the tracksuit bottom.
Yeah.
And when the lady comes running back, going, "Where's all my groceries?" Unexpected error.
Tough titties, yeah.
Tough
And that's
titties.
it, yeah.
You have to go back now and go around the shop again,
love
pick
it.
up all the bits again. But in some cases, the bits that you wanted are gone.
Yeah,
'Cause
then
that was
just
the
got-
last one.
Yeah, that was the last
Yeah.
one, and that's why it was on sale.
Now I talked this
on
through
ASOS.
with Cathal Maher last night,
Yeah.
and he did say that that perhaps this might not be good for Duns.
No,
So I think it might have to be brought in across the board. Every shop has to do it.
no, Aldi and Lidl are the only ones that'll do it. So,
'Cause
I have this moral conundrum with the two of them. So I love Duns because the people.
Yeah.
I really like shopping in Duns because you go up to the counter and they go, oh, look at your daughter. Oh, Lord above it, she loves
Yes,
it.
yes.
And you chat, right? You go into Aldi and when you pull up to the shopping thing in Aldi, they're nearly like, you're fucking better. I hope you stretched because I'm about to fire all these stuff
But
out
the
at
thing
you
with it,
without looking at
they
you.
changed the design. So in Aldi or Lidl,
Yeah, there's no landing zone.
It's like one of them travelators in the airport.
Yeah, and then
It's
there's no landing zone
And
after.
then there's about 3 centimetres
Yeah.
then after.
Yeah.
So one item is all you can put there, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas in Duns, real short conveyor belt.
Yeah.
You can take your time. You can
Yeah,
chat to
yeah,
Eileen who
yeah.
goes, have you vouchers? I have one underneath. Don't be worrying. I'll get you a voucher now.
It's true, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's my favourite thing about
black
Duns.
economy of vouchers.
It's what I love about Duns, honestly. And
Well,
it's
where's
what I
your
hate
problem?
about
Where's
Aldi.
your gripe?
The conundrum is then, when I see what you went through,
Oh, it's tough.
which happens every time,
Hmm.
I'm 3 people back in Duns going, I am going to lose the head if
The
they don't
rage that comes
hurry
over
up.
you.
If they don't hurry up.
Yeah.
And then I go, no, but Mark, this is what you like about the place. There's a personality to Duns.
That's good.
Don't
point,
want to
yeah.
end back in Lidl and Aldi where no one looks at you. They're all just trying to tick boxes.
Yeah.
And that's I find myself every
I
time.
hope
I'm
we
in
never
Duns.
get sponsored by Aldi or Lidl.
Duns is still like owl Duns. Like,
Yeah.
They haven't changed in that
They
way.
haven't, and people still feel it's okay to go and do the rest of their shopping while everybody else waits for them.
Yeah,
to
but
finish.
the thing with Duns is they know they can't really compete price-wise with the big German superstores. So they've gone, we're not going to try. We're going to be the nice place. That
They are
people
the
go
nice
to.
place, and their 4 paltry self-service checkouts never work. So they're pushing people into dealing with the person in
Yeah,
retail.
yeah, and that's good.
Yeah.
Because the people at till are fantastic.
They are.
Do you know?
Yeah.
It's just the people then going up to them. I'll sit and chat to them for 10 minutes because I'm at the conveyor belt. I don't mind. But you in front of me, you better be quick.
Can I throw one more customer
Yeah.
thing at you?
Sorry,
You know the recycling centre here in Sligo? Sorry, it's very much a customer service thing here now. Have you ever brought things to the recycling centre?
I do it all the time.
Okay, I went...
Are you on about down the
down
docks?
with the docks. I
Yeah,
went
yeah.
down the last day. What happens in the recycling centre here in Sligo, like most recycling centres, you pull up
It's
in your
called Guess
van,
the Price.
You pull up, and I said, yeah. So your man says to me, comes out in his green high-vis jacket,
love it.
with a card machine in his
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, yeah.
And you roll down the window, and he goes, what have you got? And I'm in a van. So I go, I
love it.
I have a bag of curtains, right? One black plastic sack of curtains,
Yeah.
right? And I have 2 cardboard boxes. And he looks at me dead in the eye and goes, tenner will do you.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
I look at him going, how is a bag of curtains €10? Recycling is free.
No, but no, it's
They
not.
guess the price. They just
no,
make it up.
I love the guessing the price though, because for the most part, you have to know how to tell them.
Okay.
So you land up there with the car, and you have to be able. He goes, "What have you?" You have to be able to go.
Nothing.
I have a load of recycling
Yeah.
for that one over there.
I've a load of
The free
electrical
one.
goods.
No, yeah.
Yeah, they won't charge
But
you for
that's what I
them.
mean. Yeah. You have to go all loads and loads of stuff for over there.
I have
which is
16 microwaves.
That joke there that cost me €4, and then you go, and then there's a few bits of wood. It's a bed. It's full bed. Like. I love the way he just goes. Alright, give me 4.
Yeah.
That's what the country's supposed to be built on, Ray. It's supposed to be built on haggling and pull. Do you know what I mean? That's why Lidl and Aldi, they're too straightforward.
He has such a nice job, though. He literally comes out and he doesn't think about it. He just goes, 12?
4. Yeah, that's what I love.
9.
It's a guessing game.
Yeah.
It's an absolute. I love
And
that
you just
about
beep
it.
the phone and that's it then. I
Yeah.
felt robbed with the curtains and the cardboard box.
No, but I love even the fact that I go. I have this piece of metal that it's been founded in the attic from 1980, and he just goes. I go, where to put it? He goes,
Anyway,
like that one. That could be the recycling one. That could be. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, it is like, haphazard.
No, but they have actually tidied that place up massive
wee
now,
bit,
haven't
yeah.
they? Do you remember
Yeah.
the way it used to be with the big sheds and everything?
I think the shed burnt down, didn't it?
Oh, it did too, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably from just throwing everything. Probably from him going, I guess that one. I have all these aerosol cans. I have all these aerosol cans and fireworks and loads of what do you
kindling.
burn? Yeah, kindling.
Kindling.
I suppose that one.
No.
Just throw them in.
Put it in the shed.
Throw it into the one there beside the petrol cans. Just
Anyway, sponsored by Lidl, Aldi, and the Sligo Recycling
Bar the
Centre.
Waste. Yeah, whatever the hell they are.
Um,
Oh no, it's not Bar. Green Star. Yeah.
I have 2 shout-outs.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I've shouted.
Brendan, we were worried about the space that's left. What's it? Sorry, I knew it wasn't going to go.
Good.
Yeah, we've been talking for a long time. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not so bad.
No, not
So,
so bad. We have a few
did
minutes.
you have a customer service gripe that you want? No, you
I
had
did a
mentioned-
little
you
bit,
did
yeah.
a little bit,
But so this is me and Nicola decided to grow a backbone last week.
grow a backbone.
We said we're not letting the world walk all over us anymore.
Oh, yeah.
This is where it stops.
That's
today.
nice.
We've named a big load of places there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name another one, and I do not want you to guess.
Okay.
Do not guess.
Thank you for the instructions.
Okay. We, for Christmas, a member of my family got us a voucher for.
GameStop.
It would have been years ago. you know.
Sorry. Okay. Stop. I'll
We
stop.
got
I'll stop.
for another shopping establishment.
Okay.
And I said to Nicola, we have this voucher. Let's do our shopping here this week.
Lovely.
We never do, but let's do it because we have the voucher.
Is it groceries we're talking about?
Yeah.
Great.
I've only named a few anyway. But anyway,
Yep.
I was like, let's just do it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we never shop.
So someone got you a voucher for a shopping place.
Yeah.
That's a very functional present.
Yeah, it's brilliant, yeah.
Yeah.
And like we've already built up a lot of Dun Stores tokens and Aldi Plus cards and stuff, and we decided to put them aside for a week.
You were going to go somewhere different.
We're going to go somewhere different and we're going to do it.
Okay.
So we did it.
Yeah.
And up to the till.
I'd love to know who it is. But go on. No,
Sure,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
only a few more left.
There's only a
like.
few more left.
So up to the till.
Yes.
And she said, oh yeah, that's £116 or whatever.
Yeah.
I said, I have a €50 voucher here to knock off
please.
that.
How
You
many,
know,
how many voucher?
A €50 voucher.
€50 voucher,
I was like,
big-
lovely,
big
I'll knock
pound.
that off the 116. She said, yeah. I shouldn't say a huge amount, to be honest, but I
Yeah.
won't get into that.
Yeah.
And put it through, and then she was like, go on, tap there. And I tapped.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not tapping 116.
Yeah.
And I said, I just tapped 106. I said, did that work?
Yeah.
And she went, it didn't, no. It didn't, no. And she just said, you'll just use it again. And I was like,
Oh.
And me and Nicola walked out, like, and I was bulling, like.
You were raging.
I was like, I didn't want to use it again. I wanted to use it there, like.
Yeah, you didn't have 116 euro.
Like, because we don't shop there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was so ripping that Nicola grew a backbone over us and emailed the
Nicola,
establishment. Yeah.
why couldn't you email?
'Cause I was
Here's
ripping-
me
I was
emailing
with-
vitamins
I-
and minerals places.
No, but I was bulling.
Okay.
Outside the door.
Right.
Once we were out of the station. Yeah.
in the privacy of your own company.
But it was when Nicola reminded me of what happened.
Yeah. You said, Nicola, write them an email.
No, yeah, no, but it was when Nicola reminded me of what happened that I was like, that was, like...
He did kick me up the arse.
He did kick me up the arse.
Yeah.
Nicola was like, you know, that woman was quite rude, like, as well. As in, she didn't talk to us when we pulled up.
Yeah.
But we're used to the Duns
you
experience.
go to a drive-through
Oh, your
shop?
girls are lovely. You know, which you can't get too used to.
You go to
but
a
anyway.
drive-through shop and you pulled up.
No, but we pulled up with the chapel
Oh,
trolley.
yeah.
So, like, that'll work. And then just let you go, no, that didn't work, sorry. Like, there you go. You're like, but I wanted it to work.
to
That's why I
use
gave
it,
it to
yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to use it. Like.
So what did Nicola say?
So Nicola wrote a strongly worded email to the
Oh.
overall conglomerate,
Right.
who immediately got back 5 minutes later.
Good.
With
That girl is sacked.
with the local establishment
Oh.
straight away.
The whole shop has been closed.
Saying we looked at all the CCTV.
We burnt it to the ground.
We've been looking. Your what is gone.
Your water's gone.
But not only-
Or it could go the other way. That did not happen the way you said it. She actually shifted you.
Yeah.
While scanning
yeah, she was like this to you the whole time.
Yeah.
No, they said we looked at all the CCTV footage.
They actually looked at CCTV.
Yeah, and they were like, we were really sorry that she was rude. She didn't know she was being rude. Also, it was a huge mistake on her part. Panicked when it went through.
Yeah.
And didn't go through. And once you tap, there's nothing
Yeah.
you can do after that.
Oh, yeah.
Please come back in. We'll refund €50. We'll give you another voucher.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We never want this to happen again. Please call out.
Did you go back?
No, because then what happened then is you go, oh, I lost the head of that fucking woman in an email.
No,
And
but
now
the
I'm
worst thing
panicking.
is though, when you go back out to the shop, everyone, all
We'll
the
have to
staff,
watch her. That's why I won't go
all
out.
the staff will be looking at you like they're the pricks.
That's the pricks.
that did that to poor Denise.
Yeah. And I
poor
wouldn't mind,
Denise.
but Denise is only, she was going to
She's
holidays in
only
2 days.
She's only
she
18.
She cancelled for Majora.
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
She's cancelled.
because she got a what's the word you get from the management?
A dressing down.
A dressing down.
She got a dressing down from the management and she unpacked the bag and she got a lovely
anywhere.
one piece from Bendy's and she won't wear it now because of them two bricks and their ugly daughters. They're two ugly daughters.
Do you want me and Laura to go out and spend the money for you?
Will you? No, but will you go out and do it though? And
or
pretend
do
it
the
was
shop?
you?
No, well,
Yeah.
we can do our shopping.
I nearly would, you know. Because the thing is, me and Nicola are now so embarrassed that we're not going to go out. And
No,
get
you
it.
have to. This is where you have to go the rest of the backbone.
I know. I really.
You
wish
got to
I
see
could.
it through.
I really wish I could.
You can't just. You have to do. Yeah.
So
come
the
on
problem about this establishment as well is not to give out.
now. Where are the guys?
I'm definitely going to give away for Sligo people what it is, but
Yeah.
it's a small town establishment.
Okay.
So it doesn't feel like going into one of the... If this was Aldi or Lidl,
Yeah.
I'm sorry now, I would go in and say,
Yeah,
no,
'cause
make that work. Like.
Yeah, because it's a German conglomerate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, and because it's a local branch of this...
They're from the town.
I was a bit... And it's in a small town outside
Yeah.
Sligo. I was a bit like, oh, going back in there. I'm
I
like,
think
oh,
I have it.
gee. But of course you do. But anyway, it was... we were bulling at the time.
But they've treated
because-
you lovely though.
No, they have treated me lovely since.
They've fixed it.
really good.
Yeah.
They were like,
was
Mark
just
and
Denise
Nicola,
that let you
please
down.
come out.
Yeah.
No, but even they were like, she didn't mean to be rude. I promise you, she's not like that.
Yeah.
She panicked when it
She
went
had a tough
through.
day.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she cancelled Fuerteventura for God's sake.
Cancelled. Yeah, in fairness, she didn't go on holidays as a
And,
result.
and the manager said, I saw lovely clothes she had bought for it and everything.
Yeah, it's all a waste.
In-
She burnt
so-
those clothes.
Burnt the clothes.
Yeah.
She's after moving. Moldova.
moved out of Sligo.
Moldova.
It's a shame.
So when you come out, she's not even going to be there, which will make you feel even better.
No, and we also sacked all the other staff in case they be
Everyone.
looking at you. Yeah, we literally cleared out the shop. It's a whole new team,
But
and,
it was-
and they really want to see you.
It was afterwards when Nicola said, like Nicola said...
Was it a
remember-
really strongly worded email?
No, it was.
Nicola go.
Yeah, no, Nicola was
Yeah,
like... No,
you
like,
have to
Nicola
be
called her
careful too.
rude. Nicola called her rude. And I was like, Nick, I don't know if we should call her rude. Nicola was like, no, she was rude. But when Nicola says rude... I think it's just that when you pull up to an establishment that like that, when you go, hiya, you're expecting someone to go, how are you?
Yeah, true.
And there was none of that.
Mm.
And that's when you're like, well, I better just get the food through and gone out of here, you know?
Yeah.
And like Ali was messing with chocolate bars. And this is real pretentious shit now I'm about to say. Ali was messing with chocolate bars, and usually what happens when you have a 2-year-old blonde daughter,
But they didn't
kinda
compliment
go,
your daughter.
oh no, look, would you stop now with the chocolate
That's
bars?
why you
lovely."
were raging.
No, that's why it was rude.
You
though.
were actually raging
Yeah.
because they didn't compliment it. Oh,
Telling
isn't she
you,
beautiful?
If that was Dunn Stores, if that was Dunn Stores in Cranmore, they would have said, "Look at that old giddy ghost ate the light bar." Do you know?
Right.
Anyway, we haven't gone out yet, and we're terrified to go out. And also because I have a little bit of notoriety around Sligo, there's nothing
Oh,
worse
yeah.
than me going out
You're
now.
well
like,
known now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
too well known
Yeah,
to go
too
out
well
there.
known to go
So
out.
will you go out for me? Will you go
Yeah.
out for me, Brendan?
Yeah.
You would, like Brendan. You're.
I'll do.
We're going out. We're live reporting here now. Massive
Talking
news
to
breaking.
Denise.
We're talking to Denise here now.
Yeah.
Outside.
It's funny. Last
Her side of the story.
last week, actually, we'll get her on next week.
Let's get her
Get her
on,
on and see. Joe, if Denise, if you're out there, that's not your real name, obviously.
Call me rude, girl, fucking shut up.
What?
That's the song, Rude Boy. Oh, don't even worry about it. You can't tell a joke on this podcast anymore.
I'll
now.
do
Ray
a shout
loses
out.
the head.
I'll do a shout out or two.
Go on, yeah, 'cause we do- we
by
have
the
to
way,
wrap
that
this
was basically last week's podcast was buying bathrooms. This week's podcast, consumer gripes.
Listen, we hit you where we need to be hitting you.
Oh,
Why wouldn't
this
you
is the
sign up
good
for
stuff
Patreon?
now. This is why you need to sign up for
The
Patreon.
Stig, once she gets this video, is
Yeah.
going to be like,
Yeah.
lads,
Frothing at
what
the
am I
mouth.
supposed to do?
Shout out to Liv in Melbourne. She's from Mayo, and her mother is from Castlereagh. Do you know her?
Like you just said, live from
Liv.
Melbourne.
Liv. No, she's in Melbourne. From her mammy's
I
from
don't know who her
Castlereagh.
mother. What I mean is that you didn't
And
tell me
she
your
thinks
mother's
she said
name.
something really cryptical.
Oh, go on.
Cryptic.
See if I get it.
Long live the Don Arms. What's that mean?
Power to the Don. Yeah.
What's the Don Arms?
So the Don Arms is, you're talking 200 yards from my house.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you'd be your local boozer.
It was a psychiatric hospital.
Okay.
It's
not a pub.
I don't even know. So the Don Arms was the Don Arms itself was a hotel way
okay.
back when, before
Yeah.
and it was where everything happened in Castlereagh.
You've spoken about this before.
Yeah, so it was like before River Island and the Stagger, everyone went to the Don to watch all the big shows, the big
Okay.
show bands and all that. The Don Arms then caved in and it became the psychiatric hospital. I don't want to call it psychiatric hospital, it's part of the HSE.
And what is it now?
That's what it still is.
Still psychiatric?
It is where my mother worked for the last 20 years.
Okay.
So she would walk out the door, just literally look at the building and walk
And
over
then
to
walk
work.
in. That's nice.
But long live the Don Arms. It was before my time. Live, love.
live,
laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. Yvonne McPadden, she's also sent us a really nice message.
Yeah, yup,
she's gone
Yvonne.
back to the start and she's currently on episode 9.
Jesus.
Very strange
God
thing
almighty.
for people to be doing.
Yeah.
I have nothing else there now with that. The next item on my list is for the live show.
Yes.
I have a very funny bit that I've tried on people and it does seem to go down well.
Go on.
I have to get the permission to use it, but nonetheless, I have to wait. The live show's on February the 14th in the Hawkswell Theatre.
to do the bit you're on about.
I can't do the bit in the live show.
Oh,
See the way I
lovely.
did that now?
Yeah. The other thing is calling all single men out there, and we put it up on our Instagram as well. We are trying to give away a woman. No, we're not supposed to say it like
It's
that.
again, but this time we couldn't get an American. We couldn't
Duh,
afford it this
but
time.
don't say though what we got.
A foreigner.
Yeah, but we got a good. Yeah, but when
Got
you
a
say-
really good quality foreign woman.
That sounds like we got her in on a boat or something.
Oh,
We
it does
got-
sound like we're trafficking women.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
we're not trafficking
Sorry, We're
anybody.
not trafficking. She's coming willingly.
And she's actually buzzing for us.
Yeah.
We have a woman.
We have a
We have
woman.
acquired a woman.
And we want to give her away to a
gonna try-
lucky gentleman.
Yeah, so we're going to try and organise our
Or
own
a
because it's
woman.
Valentine's Day.
Oh no, we're not looking at women as well. I was just thinking, do we need to be really forward thinking?
If she wants to be in,
We'll have to ask the foreign woman whether or not she'd be happy with a mixed panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe if
Yeah.
she wants, we could. But anyway, for now, it's calling all single fellas.
That's right.
If you're single and you're going to our live show on the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day in the Hawkswell Theatre, tickets on hawkswell.com.
Would you like to be up above on the stage?
What?
That's the question you're asking these
Oh,
gentlemen?
would you like to be up above it? I thought you were asking me. I was like, if you could have crossed me on this promo one more time, Ray.
Sorry.
But you were trying to help. I fucking come here. You could write me an email to say that was rude.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about there, Ray? I tried to do the promo.
Sorry.
If you'd like to be up on the stage, we are going to do a blind date style.
Mm-hmm.
3 lads. She will pick one of yous.
Yes,
So-
you will win this woman,
You'll win a woman.
and then that's it. Like you're
Yeah.
kind of minted. Then,
Would you like to win a woman?
If you want a woman,
Kendy Raybo have one.
win a woman.
Yeah, win a woman.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing that. So please, we're about to put it up on our Instagram.
Yeah, we will have to vet you now.
Get in touch. We will vet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't have any priors.
You need to have guarded clearance.
You have to have guarded clearance. You have
Yeah.
to have a full STI check.
Yes,
We're going to do.
we want-
You
yeah,
have to have all your
your
vax
vaccinated.
up to date.
Yeah.
I don't want no Johnson & Johnson now. AstraZeneca only.
You need to have at least 2 honours in the leaving cert. That was what she asked for.
She said that.
Yeah,
She did
2
say-
honours at least.
She
Otherwise,
said 2 honours in the leaving cert.
Or a trade.
Or willing to do a trade.
Yeah.
Not working, but maybe you're thinking about working or
Think of
something.
working, yeah. Yeah.
She said even if you're not working, you have to be willing to go, I might take a job up at some stage.
Yeah.
Really, you just have a breath,
Just have a breath, or you mean a pulse?
a voice, a pulse.
A pulse, yeah.
We're
we
shy
need lads with
podcasters.
pulses.
Yeah, lads with pulses.
Racing pulses.
For our woman.
For
that
the
we
woman
have.
that we're going to give away.
We have got to give away this woman.
Yeah.
So that's going to be great crack. That live show, you can go on
Reach
So
out
Funny
and let us
Sligo.
know.
Yeah, you reach out and let us know. We're going
Yeah,
to put it up on
if you wanna
Instagram. We're going to put it sofunnysligo.com if you want to get tickets, or go straight to hawkswell.com.
Yeah.
The live show is going to be unbelievable.
Cheers.
We had a production meeting last night, all of us, and worked out the kinks. And what did I say afterwards?
We can't afford the kinks.
We can't afford any of the kinks. They're all half
They're all
of them are
really
dead.
old. Some of them are dead.
No, I said this is the first time I've been sitting down before a live show going, no, all those bits work.
Yeah, it's very good bits.
All the bits work.
Yeah. I have to
This
say
is
now,
class.
it's quite a variety show.
Yeah, it's
As
unreal.
you said, it reminds you of, can you say that? Like primary school variety show?
Oh yeah, I said it was like a primary school challenge show. I said all it was missing was Ray coming out doing a fucking backflip or something.
I'm working on the back.
Or spoken word.
Work on the back. If I can do the back, that's fine.
Listen, Brendan, thanks for flicking the keys clean off.
Thanks to our sponsors.
Yeah, thanks to our sponsors, Maeve and the Gara Vogue.
Yeah.
Fair play to
I
the White
can't-
Hag.
we didn't-
We
what?
didn't drink a White Hag, but you know what, Ray? Sometimes you have to take a break from the drink so you can go at it.
This is
better
the
next
first
week.
episode we've ever not had some form of lubrication in front of us.
I will lubricate your arse. No, don't do that, actually.
Okay.
Sorry, Ray.
Sorry, no.
Don't.
Yeah.
Ray,
Yeah.
fair play to me.
Fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck. The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge and the Gara Vogue.